Hey you guys, welcome to I'm So Super Single reading. This is an 8-card spread intended for those of you that have been absolutely single for the past few months, years. Maybe some of you are now celibate, not by choice, but it is what it is. So also I did a spirit song for the collective, and it is Girl by the internet. So I guess the lyrics in there, may resonate. I know for my guy viewers, you guys might feel like that's not for me. Well, look, you might feel that way about a girl. So, all right, so let's go ahead and begin here. We're going to start with focusing on why you're currently single. So give me a few moments. And yes, I do shuffle. I can shuffle a long time. All right, pull one from the bottom and one from the top. Next question we will focus on is who is coming towards you. Top. Next question we'll focus on is when. When is this person coming? All right, and the last question, additional advice. What we can do in the meantime as singles. Okay, and then we'll also clarify cards, and I'll kind of tie it all in at the end. Get a sip of coffee. All right, so the reason why. Okay, so I have the 9 of Coins and the Star. So what this is saying to me is that there's a need to understand self-love for a lot of you, how to appreciate yourself, and that makes sense in regards to the song Girl by the internet, because the lyrics is like, girl, you don't know your worth. So you probably do need to continue to focus on your worth and know that you're worthy. Don't beat yourself up because of things that have happened in the past. The Star here is also saying that there is a need to learn patience too, because the 9 of Pentacles is about having patience. So maybe for some of you, you've been very impatient and you're needing to understand that things take time, or things that are worth the wait are, it's not going to happen overnight. You need patience with yourself. You need patience with whoever is coming towards you. I also feel that you need to open up and be able to receive. Maybe you've been alone for so long, you don't know what it's like to have someone in your life. Oh, I forgot to start the timer, and I know I can talk on these. But for some of you, yeah, it's like you've been single for so long. It's like, I don't know how to function in a relationship anymore. What does that mean to share? What does that mean to open up? It's almost like you may have become to the point where you're selfish and unaware of it, because you, trust me, I can connect to. I'm not finger pointing. You know, when I'm reading for you guys, I'm also speaking from experiences. But this can be a situation too where you've had that checklist, you've had time to marinate. It's all about, I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody. So it's like, okay, you've mastered being single. That took some mastery, because as just personal experience, I used to be so afraid of being single. That was like my biggest fear. And so, of course, I would be codependent and clingy if I felt like a breakup coming. Now I'm like, okay, it didn't work. It is what it is. You may have gotten to that point where, you know, you are so used to being alone. You're just like, well, I don't really need anybody. And you're kind of putting that message out there to the universe as well. Or you're giving off that type of energy where, you know, are you approachable? You know, maybe you're coming off too independent here. I also feel that this is saying sometimes that you may need to recognize your blessings, like you're being blessed with something here, but you might not recognize it for whatever reason. You're unaware that something is a blessing, different things in your life. Something else I was getting here about the star, and dealing with like that opening up, being open to receive. Yeah. So because you've become so self-sufficient here, so independent, it's like you have to learn. Now since we've mastered that, now we need to learn how to give and take, interact again, so that there can be free-flowing love between the different, you know, parties here. Now, also here, I feel that with the star, this is a reminder that your faith will be restored. So I don't know if you've felt discouraged as of late, but the star is telling you that, you know, this spirit, the universe knows what's best. It's like, we have got your back, you know, so don't worry, don't despair about whatever it is that you lost or whatever didn't work out. Either you're going to be blessed with something, or someone rather, that is just as good or better. So don't worry about it. You know, you will be sent someone who you'll be equally yoked with, or, you know, just both of you vibrating on the same level or path. So it'll be a good match. They'll be complete, like you are coming off in the 9 of coins. So with that, let's go ahead and see who is coming towards you. All right, so we have the Fool and the 6 of Cups. And I don't know why I had a feeling that the 6 of Cups was going to come out in this reading, but I feel like it's like you're starting from scratch here with the Fool. Whoever's coming towards you, it does seem like maybe you're familiar with this person already. Please keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily have to be an ex, but it can be someone that you're familiar with. If it's someone that you don't know, it's still that feeling of knowing. You feel like you've known each other. There's going to be a sense of comfort between this person. You are going to feel like you can tell them anything. You're going to feel like you can trust them with anything. So for those of you, if this is the potential of someone returning from your past that you already know, I don't know what could have happened, but I feel like this is a clean slate. Something is a fresh start. It's like, let's start over. Let's just pretend like the past didn't even happen. Hi, what's your name? You know, I just kind of feel like you guys are just starting from ground zero here with the Fool. But it's starting from ground zero with someone who you feel comfortable with, someone who you share some sort of past memories with, someone that maybe spiritually, yes, you could have shared a past life with this person. It could be any sign, but I do get maybe Scorpio or someone with like Scorpion qualities, or it could be an Aquarius or someone with Aquarian qualities. There is this sense of freedom. So somebody is maybe like a free spirit. I feel like this person walks to the beat of their own drum. They don't really care what people think of them. They don't like really being told what to do, because they're going to do what they want to do anyway. This might be the type of person that asks for advice, and then it's like they didn't listen to anything that was given to them. They just ended up doing their own thing. And it's like, why do you always ask for advice or an opinion when you're not going to listen to it? They just like to hear it. But something about them might be rebellious. Something rebellious, something very unusual. I feel like they play too much. This person is always going to want to make you laugh. They either have a tickling fetish, like they like to be tickled certain places because it's arousing, or they like to find your ticklish spot. Even if you're not ticklish, they're gonna find a way to make you laugh through touch or something. They're gonna find it. I don't know why that message is coming out, but it is. This person may also be like a wild card. Like I just feel like they're unpredictable. Don't get me wrong. Just because I'm saying they're unpredictable doesn't mean that this person isn't grounded. But maybe this is just someone who is full of surprises. This is someone who maybe even is fearless. And that could be what you need. This person may not have a fear of consequences as far as adventures. You know, like someone who is like, get out of your comfort zone. Like, no, you've never jumped out of a plane. You've never been skydiving. Let's go do this. Or you've never done this before. You should do that. You should totally do this. You know, somebody is just really, I feel like they're wanting to, or they're helping you open up. Like when you're around this person, people might not recognize you. They might feel like, who are you? Like, who are you when you're around this person? Like, I don't know who you are, but this person is bringing out your inner child. I almost feel like too, somebody, once you get to know them, you might find out that they still have a toy from childhood that they still keep. Whether it's a car, a bear, a horse, a shot glass from when their parents went on vacation. You know, it's something that they are still connected to through childhood. But I feel like overall, you guys are just going to feel really comfortable with each other. It's going to be a very airy relationship. I'm getting airy. It's going to be easy. I don't feel like it's going to be difficult. I don't know why it seems so easy this time around. Maybe that's a message for those of you that will actually know the person coming towards you. It's like this time around is so easy. Both people are just so ready for, you know, love and romance. Just as advice though, is like, I feel like you are probably needing to give this person their space or let them have their freedom. try your best. I don't know what the situation is going to be, so use your own discernment. But these are like the messages that I'm getting. Let them be who they are. Don't try not your best not to judge them about their life or about their ways, because I feel like they're not going to do that to you. I feel like they're going to come towards you like, I'm not going to judge you if that's what you want to do. Like, I trust you. Like, there's a lot of trust that I get coming from this person. And it's mutual with the sixes here, something that is mutual. And I'm even getting the name Ryan for somebody. I don't know if that's going to be the first name or a middle name, or if that's like you, as you get to know them, maybe that's their best friend's name, or someone close to them. But I feel like maybe the name Ryan could be significant, and that could be the name of that little toy that they have. Now, when they are coming, I have the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups. So there's a need to overcome some sense of anxiety. The timing here, timing is always tricky in tarot. I feel like it can be a matter of days with the swords. You know, it can change like the wind. You know, something is flaky, air is flaky, it just blows. Water also is, it ebbs and flows. So it's kind of unpredictable. Sometimes something happens in waves is what I'm getting. Maybe it's talking in relation to the moon then. Something dealing with emotions. I feel like someone needs to overcome their anxieties or their self-doubt, their insecurities. Someone needs to understand how to trust again and open up, because someone is coming off as very paranoid. I also feel that you have been haunted by thoughts of, you know, if you're familiar with someone from your past, you may have been haunted by thoughts of this person. If you do not know this person, if this turns out to be a complete stranger or a new person, it still looks like something has been disturbing you at night, whether it is in your dreams or you've been seeing some sort of unusual synchronicities that you don't understand, so it scares you. And it's almost like this person is like some sort of preparation, like you're already kind of tapped into each other's energies. And so there's a lot of strange occurrences happening because this person is already locked into your energy field. So maybe you're already experiencing or feeling things that they are going through. Now, also just as a personal note, not including whoever's coming towards you, the timing, I feel like you must obviously be going through something right now. Once your emotions are back in order, I feel like that is when this person shows up. It's almost as if this person can detect that you are troubled right now or disturbed right now. Something in your life is disturbing you, and it's like they can pick that up, and they're like, I'm not going towards this person or approaching them until I know that they're okay, until I know that they are grounded. So it's almost like they're waiting on you spiritually, like they can feel you. Even if you don't know this person, like I'm saying, it's almost like, of course someone may notice you before they approach you, but before they approach you, it's like they want to make sure that it's okay to do so, that it's like they're kind of tuning in with your energy. And this person, see, it looks like it's also coming off as a description as well, even though we had some description here. But I feel like this person is going to be an emotional person, very sensitive, intuitive. This is a very nurturing type person. You know, especially to the female viewers, this guy, he might be someone who's very patient, and is very patient with children, or maybe this is a father himself because he's coming off as nurturing. This person, they care about people's feelings. I don't know why I'm feeling like it's talking a lot about who's coming towards you too, as far as when. Now, I'm sorry, to give you like a grounded time frame, 9 could be significant. It could be within 9 days. It could be some of you, well, September is the 9th month. I'm trying to think of, yeah, September is the 9th month. So it could be September when this person comes towards you. This person may be coming towards you right after you wake up. It's like you wake up and you've got a new friend request, or you've got some sort of message. It's almost like this person is anticipating, waiting on you, like they can feel you. It's disturbing to a point because it's like they're staring at you through the window and it's coming off kind of creepy. So it makes me feel like something transpired where a message was sent and then they're just like waiting to see if you're going to respond. So I feel like it's going to happen out of the blue. Like one day you just wake up in the morning and there's this random message, or a random friend request, and whoever this is I feel like they're anticipating your response here. And then also one more thing in regards to time frame is something in regards to the moon. So it could be during one of the phases of the moon. So I notice a lot of secrets come out either during new moons or full moons. That's what I notice anyway. So I feel like it may have something to do with that. Or I think there are 8 phases of the moon. So any of those 8 phases could be significant. But for the most part, I feel like there's a need for you to be emotionally ready to deal with whoever is coming towards you, because you may also still be going through something or dealing with some sort of trust issues or abandonment issues. And I almost feel like this person detects that, they sense that. So additional advice. Wow. So we have the Devil, and we have the 7 of Wands. Advice. Looks like you probably need to set boundaries with somebody. Whoever this is, I think they're going to be very possessive, jealous. It's weird because I get them, like I was just saying, try not to judge them. But I almost feel like everyone has a button or everyone has something. I think there's this jealousy. So you may need to let this person know, you know, if that's not, that they need to have boundaries with that. Like, if you have male friends or if you have female friends, and, you know, it's like, hey, these are my friends. I don't want you, you know, they're trying to say, well, I don't want them around you, or I don't like the way he looks at you or she looks at you. It's kind of like, hey, this is my friend. Like, I'm not doing anything. You know, there's nothing to get worried about. You know, so I just kind of feel like this person is going to want to be, they're going to be overly protective. Like, you're going to all of a sudden see that this person has another side. They probably do have a darker side. But keep in mind, though, this advice could be towards you. You might be someone who comes off as extremely jealous. Try to keep it in check. Try to keep your jealousy in check. Especially with the 9 of Swords, because you might get easily paranoid from stuff you see. You might see something and you're like, what did that mean? And you try to ignore it. You saw somebody tap your boyfriend and you try to blow it off. The next thing you know, you're like, what did that mean though? You start over analyzing. She didn't have to touch him when she asked him that question though. And then it's just like, oh my God, get a hold of yourself. So this also could be advice to you. If you have any type of controlling or jealousy tendencies, put them in check. But I also feel like somebody is just very jealous. They're going to be overly protective. They're not going to want to be want other people around you, or they're going to feel easily threatened by the relationship. Now, I also feel that something could be going on where people could be against whoever you are connecting to. I almost feel like people are going to have opinions for whatever reason. You might be dealing with extremely jealous people. Matter of fact, oh Lord. So I don't want to scare people, but if I see that potential of witchcraft, I got to bring it out. So for some people, I'm trying to see where this is coming from. I can see as an outsider, you may be feeling like you need to protect your, matter of fact, this might be advice for you to protect your space in your relationship, because there could be someone trying to, use witchcraft, jealous people, or if you are dealing with someone who has an extremely jealous ex that doesn't want them to be with anybody. So they're constantly working on their ex, trying to prevent them from moving on from them, or trying to prevent them from enjoying life. We have that. It's weird. I was just explaining this. Well, I've explained it many times, but it's not that someone is necessarily putting witchcraft on you or doing spell work on you. Is whoever is coming towards you might have someone that doesn't want to let them go. So they're constantly doing those things, but you kind of feel the effects of it because it's disrupting the peaceful or natural flow of how the relationship should be going. Now, I personally feel that witchcraft cannot tear apart a relationship if it's meant to be. I feel like it can be a catalyst if you guys were going to break up anyway. That's just a catalyst that broke you up. But if you're meant to be together, if you're meant to walk a path together, I don't feel like there's witchcraft that can break people up. I feel like it will just constantly cause disturbances and make it kind of, uncomfortable. Maybe keep causing fights between the two of you, and you guys are like, where is this coming from? So you really need to be spiritually aware. You need to make sure that you're keeping up your prayers, your meditations, clearing your space, because there could be, dark forces against you. Now, speaking of dark forces, and not even about witchcraft, because that's not the only thing I'm getting from here, but yes, dark forces. To be honest, I don't study a lot of that or buy into, I'm not going to say buy into it. I just don't. I've seen briefly things talking about people trying to separate like twin flames and things of that sort. But I don't want to focus on the label twin flames. Let's just say that whoever you're connecting with, you guys are going to be a powerful force. Like whatever is emitting from your energy, that love, that energetic love can heal people being around you, or just the mere fact of being in love brings about some sort of healing qualities. So there are, just like there are positive unseen forces, there are negative unseen forces that may try to attack your relationship. So spiritually, I feel like this relationship is one that needs to be purified. It needs to be protected always. Anytime things start getting weird between the two of you guys, before you start jumping to conclusions, making accusations, acting out of your body, take a step back and say, I wonder if there's, dark forces that's trying to keep us apart. You know, you don't have to tell your partner, especially if they're not into all this spiritual stuff like you. Just think that to yourself and do the necessary steps to protect it, and try your best to hold on to the purified aspect of the relationship, the real love. Try not to let dark forces drive you apart, is what I'm getting here. Now, other things that could be going on is that there still could be a need for you to be guarded about the relationship because of the person, maybe their lifestyle. Let's say, for instance, you are getting ready to deal with someone who is famous, or an athlete, or someone who gets a lot of unwanted attention. It's like, be prepared for that. You know, you're gonna have whoever's coming towards you could be a model. I mean, there could be someone who's extremely attractive and is constantly getting unwanted attention, and that might trigger your jealousies and things of that sort. As long as this person is treating you right and they really aren't doing anything, then try your best to deal with whatever that is. Just like who was that? Steph Curry and his wife, and they had so much respect that you know the story. They had so much respect that she wasn't getting no type of play. I personally get it. I was team Steph Curry wife, whatever her name is. I get it. You like a little attention sometimes, but I was just saying that to say that whoever you could be dealing with, maybe they come with a lot of baggage, or their lifestyle gets a lot of unwanted attention. Or maybe sometimes you feel like you're competing with them in their career. It could be something. The devil can indicate, you know, something out of balance here. Something excessive going on. So maybe this person is a workaholic. Maybe it's the type of work that they do. I see this a lot for people who have occupation in the hospitals, or people who have the occupations that work around any type of illnesses, mental health, physical. I've seen it for people who work in jails, prisons, police officers. They're always dealing with that type of energy. And I've mentioned this before, I see this a lot, people who work in the sex industry. So I don't know who's coming towards you. I don't know if they're a dancer, a performer, and not just sex industry, but yes, entertainment. There are a lot of excessive energies around them, and you might just kind of feel like guarded and protective all the time. Or you are like that, and they feel this way. They feel like they always need to protect you from all these people coming towards you, these leeches coming towards you. What else am I getting here? I feel like that part about those dark forces was the strongest message that was coming through as advice. So before I clarify, I just wanted to make sure that was all that I'm getting from that. Yeah. Also, as another possible sign, you could be dealing with Capricorn, Pisces, or Cancer. I said Scorpio already. So we'll clarify with the Nine of Pentacles first. Another advice, I feel like this is more so about a heads up. Whoever's coming towards you is got a very strong sexual appetite. Very strong. So I think this person may look at a lot of porn. Let's say, for instance, you feel like you already give them a lot, or you guys already get down a lot. You might wake up in the middle of the night and see this person still on Pornhub or something. And it's like, damn, really? Don't try not to take offense. You can address it, but I just feel like that's a heads up. I feel like overall we need to try our best to work with the energies that come towards us. Use your own discernment. We don't want anyone who's abusive. We don't want anyone who is hurtful. But I just made a joke about on my Instagram how it wasn't a joke. It was like serious, but like you can decline a spiritual assignment, but you're just going to continue to get the same assignment in different packages. So you might as well pick an assignment and work it out. Work out that earthly lesson, whatever it is. Everybody is always a reflection. That's the main thing. Everybody who comes towards you is always a reflection of you. Matter of fact, the devil is a reflection. Whatever they display that you might want to call devilish or whatever, dark, low vibrational, that's still something within you. You need to look at that. You know, they're reflecting something. You need to ask something about yourself. Anytime there's a problem in a relationship. So yeah. Okay, so let me look at I'm sorry. Okay, so this also is talking about some sort of finances. I feel that you could be single because of your finances, or the person coming towards you, they're currently in a situation where they're needing to take care of their finances. They need to get back on their feet. They could be struggling. Maybe they're not ready to put themselves out there until their finances are in order. Matter of fact, I just saw distance for some of you. So someone could live at a distance, and for you guys to be together, there could be a lot of traveling back and forth. So, you know, that takes money. So I feel like your finances, you're being prepared for that as well. And it also looks like, yeah, instability. There's been some sort of instability in either your life or the person coming towards you, especially dealing with emotions. Someone is needing to stabilize their emotions or get them in check. Maybe someone's been going through anxieties or going through some sort of phase. Maybe someone is sometimes insecure, sometimes they're secure. Someone needs to have the courage to say what they need to say. I feel like there's emotional preparation that needs to take place. And then also, this looks like some sort of repetitive cycle. Like the reason why you're single is because you haven't learned some sort of lesson. You keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and you haven't been able to clearly understand what it is that you could possibly be doing, especially when you're like, but I've done all the work. Nobody's ever done all the work. You know, I had to put myself in check, you know, from saying stuff like that, because every time I feel like I've done all the work, I've evolved so much. You know, the minute someone new comes around, it's just like, I am still so broken. So there are things that still need to be stabilized. You know, no one's perfect. So recognize it and get it together. Put it in check. Yeah, see, the Hermit, someone still needs to do some sort of self-examination on their emotions, or ask yourself, why are you so having emotional ups and downs, or asking yourself, are you one-sided? Are you really ready to open up and give yourself unconditionally? That's another thing I had talked about before, you guys. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I don't know who's seen my messages and who haven't. But it's like a lot of times you keep saying, I'm ready for love. I'm ready for love. And the minute you're faced with love, you run from it. And it's not that you're running from love. You're running from being hurt. It's like, if you even think for a second that someone is about to make you look like a fool, if you think for a second someone is about to hurt you, If you feel like you're about to waste your time, you're ready to go. You're like, oh, I didn't like that. This person, they're gonna make me cry. I can see it. Let me cut them off. You know, especially when you've been single for so long and you've mastered being single, and you've gotten to that point where you're like, I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. That's when you start, throwing away any type of person that you feel is gonna hurt you. So it's like you have to be ready. If you're not ready to be hurt, then you're not ready for love, because that's going to happen. And I was just thinking, what is that saying? That saying going around that love doesn't hurt. I call BS. It does. Love is not perfect. You're not about to be smiling and holding hands and singing Kumbaya 24/7. Your love relationship is not about to be love and light 24/7. It's just not. Again, use discretion. I'm not telling you about sticking around with somebody who's physically and verbally abusive and all of that. I'm just talking about little things that you're nitpicking about. Stop it. See, it's like somebody's holding back. Somebody's acting too strong with strength here. Somebody got too strong being on their own with a fool, and you don't recognize it. And that's why you've been repeating the same mistakes or getting sent the same type of person over and over again. So here's this other offer coming. Matter of fact, it looks like an offer came and you walked away from it because somebody made you look like a fool. So, or you were afraid of someone making you look like a fool. Learn to, deal with whatever is being offered with you. If someone is giving you a solid offer and they are doing whatever they're saying is matching up with the way they're treating you, don't jump to conclusions and assume, this and that. I bet they're doing this or doing that. I just feel like there's a need for both people to trust one another. It has to be a group effort or team effort. So let me clarify the 6 of Cups here. I'm getting the last name Frost for somebody. I think it's the last name. I just felt like I needed to say Frost. So if that resonates with someone, that's for you. Okay, so I feel that this is someone who is kind of opening up about how they feel, or maybe someone being ready to deal with commitment or serious issues. But like I was saying here, something about this person may be non-traditional. I feel like whoever's coming towards you, it leads to something long-term or serious. But there's something going on that looks like it's, even though I'm getting a card of tradition with the Fool here, I feel like maybe something about them is non-traditional. Maybe they're following their own set of traditional rules. It's like, oh, this is my tradition, or these are my rules. I also feel like this is about some form of trust again. Someone is getting ready to make some sort of confession here, or make something official. So I'm seeing this almost looking like like being sworn in, or you guys taking some sort of oath, or exchanging vows to each other. Oh, see? Someone has something big to say to you. They're like, I have something to reveal. I have something to confess. I think someone does have a big secret to share with you. There's something that they need to get off of their chest. Like when It doesn't matter if you know this person or not. If you know them and things didn't work out, when they come back around, I feel like they're going to explain something to you or reveal something to you. If this is someone new off the bat, I almost feel like they're just going to blurt out or tell you something very unusual. It's just like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad. Thank you for letting me know, or thanks for putting that out there. I think someone is wanting to, I don't, it's like they normally are afraid of people knowing this side of them, but they're like, they trust you. It's almost like instant recognition I'm getting here. You guys, this actually could take off pretty fast. Something like the instant you guys connect, it's just like, it's instant recognition here. It's almost like you guys are going to feel so familiar that you start talking crazy things, like moving in together or getting married or eloping or something. I'm trying to put my finger on it. I'm going to just keep flowing with whatever is being told to me. They also have some sort of image to uphold. Now, I do get like something in regards to medical, someone working in the medical field. I don't know if you're dealing with someone who has a high ranking status or position, or if someone does something secretive for the government. Someone does something for the government. It's something that this person is sharing with you. They already are viewing you or will be viewing you as marriage material. I feel like someone's going to take you off the market, like make something official. They're like, let me take you off the market. Yeah, they're announcing, they're professing their love for you. They're like, this is how I show my love. This is how I show my love. This is how I express myself. Let me show you how serious I am. Let me show you I can be committed. Man, it's almost like they get very old-fashioned on you. Yep. It's almost like you guys like become instant partners. Like, I don't want to scare people with the marriage word. But maybe it's not necessarily marriage, but you know, it's like becoming official. Like someone immediately changes their status, or they like put you on display like this is my woman, or they take a selfie and it's like, whoa. They're doing something very off the wall, very far out there to prove their love for you. It's almost like they say, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want me to do. Is this what you want me to do? Done. That's what I'm getting. Like, I feel like someone is going to do something very extreme to prove that they are that into you. So, okay, let me look at the King of Cups here. Now, I also saw that as it's already a spiritual union or spiritual marriage has already taken place. Like, your overselves are already committed to each other. It's just a matter of it being, you know, coming down into the physical realm. So, you know, as is above, so is below message. As in within, so is without. So something will be manifesting. Also, we got that Taurus energy coming out too. Whoever's coming towards you, they have like a high position that maybe you didn't know. Or something about what they're known for. The King of Cups is coming off as someone very sensitive, very shy. And then again, with the timing, I feel like there's a need for someone to overcome their anxiety. It's Swords energy. I really almost feel like this is a matter of days. It's a matter of days. As soon as someone is back emotionally grounded, you could be connecting with someone. Someone needs to let go of an old way of thinking. Something is all in your head is what I'm getting. This makes me feel like for some of you, you may have already connected with someone, but something happened where now you are stressing about it or stressing about the outcome, or you're hiding, or they're hiding from you. Somebody let anxiety consume them. And the minute that it's like a phase, I don't know how long this phase will last. Just like the moon goes through phases, just like we have phases of seasons, like this anxiety thing is a phase. And the minute someone overcomes this, you know, and it usually takes some sort of self-realization, some sort of self-help or clearing. Once that happens, that is when this person appears in your life. So I don't know who's going through anxiety, you or them, maybe both of you. The minute it's over, you guys will be ready for one another. But right now, it's just like something psychological going on that needs to come to an end. Also, someone may be holding on to some sort of rigid belief systems, which is why the Hierophant had come out. Some of you are needing to just release from that or let go of that belief system. Stop comparing your relationship. That's another thing. I feel like a lot of people become disappointed because they have this idea in their head. They're basing it off of, you know, the tradition, what they see on TV, what they've seen in their home. And it's like your relationship might be very unorthodox, very unusual. Stop trying to put your relationship in a box. Your relationship cannot stay in a box. It's going to fluctuate. It's going to be unusual. It's not going to make sense, except for the people that are in it. So that might be another reason why people might come at you about your type of relationship, whatever it is. So someone does need to let their guards down, and I almost feel like intuitively spirit will know when it happens, and that's when that person will come towards you. So yeah, I see some sort of sudden burst of inspiration, or someone has clarity. I don't know why I want to say someone got the Holy Ghost. Maybe it's like to that effect. Someone feels like they got the Holy Ghost. Something overcame them, and all of a sudden they are inspired, and they can release whatever negative energies were on them. All right, so let me clarify the Seven of Wands. Uh-oh. Two cards trying to flip over. So for some of you, this could be dealing with self-inflicted wounds, some sort of self-inflicted behavior. I also feel that you are going to need to defend yourself because I do see some sort of manipulation. It's like you're being manipulated, or you're allowing yourself to be manipulated, or again, it could go back to like what I said, some sort of dark energy is trying to hold you back that you need to recognize and take your power back from this energy. I also feel like that there is some sort of competitive energy around you that may be throwing you off guard, making you see illusions. Someone is trying to keep you confused. This could just even be anyone in your circle that is jealous of you. Kind of, they're not really happy for you. It's really competitive, or they feel like they're always competing with you, or like you guys are always competing, or someone is like competing for the same person as you, and they're trying to win by any means necessary. I feel like either way, with the Seven of Wands, that is that reminder that you got this. You will come out on top by taking the high road. Like, you don't have to stoop to someone's level. You know, you can overcome whatever this situation just by being authentic and sticking to who your true identities, your true self. Like, there's no need for you to, you know, get worked up and competing with someone if that is your situation. Now, of course, some of this, I feel like it may not even make sense until this person comes into your life, but just take heed to that. Yeah, I'm seeing jealousy. So again, this is making me feel that whoever's coming towards you might have some sort of baggage. Maybe their family is a problem, or the baby's mother or baby's father is going to be a problem. And you can't let that get to you. You can't let it get to you. I also feel that someone is wanting to keep the relationship a secret or under wraps because of that, because of some sort of outside drama. And it's like, I'm just trying to keep the peace, or, you know, I'm just trying to protect this and that. If word gets out that I'm dating or whatever, they're going to give me a problem. Or maybe that's the way you're feeling, that it's going to be a problem if this person finds out that I'm dating. You don't understand. You don't know. This person is crazy. They're super jealous. They'll run you over if they see us together. You know, so something like that, that's the only thing that bothers me. I feel like maybe this is either you are dealing with someone excessively controlling from your past, or they are. And there is like a need to protect the relationship from that energy. So they might come to you with why they don't want to put the relationship out into the open just yet. But still, pay attention to everyone's situation is going to be different, because you do want to make sure that you're not getting involved with someone that has a family. Or maybe you're getting involved in an open relationship. If you do, that's your business. If you don't care, then you don't care. But don't get out of it just because you're afraid of what other people are going to say, just because you're afraid of being judged by other people. If you're okay with being in an open relationship, then do you. But people might be against that. That's the other thing that I'm getting. So let me just kind of get one final go around. I really feel like that's pretty much it, though. I tried to clarify as I went so that I wouldn't forget anything that I needed to say or do. Yeah. So that's basically all that I have. I hope that resonates for you guys, or, you know, it is a future prediction. So, well, hopefully it gave you some clarity and some patience and some things to think about. But thank you for watching, and many blessings to you.